Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube station, and we're going to continue with our series in Strat-O-Matic baseball, the 1946 Boston Red Sox versus the 2016 Chicago Cubs. Game 2, best out of 7. If you didn't see Game 1, I recommend it highly. It was a very exciting game that came down to the wire. I'm not going to spoil it, just in case if you'd like to see it. But it was an outstanding baseball game. And hopefully Game 2 here at Wrigley Field will be just as good. It's Sunday afternoon as we will be playing this Strat-O-Matic game. And let's go to the lineups here for the visiting 1946 Boston Red Sox. Batting first, playing right field, Wally Moses. He's a very good defensive right fielder with an average arm, 239 batting average. I took these lineups from their World Series lineups, so if it looks strange, that's what they did in the World Series against the right-handed pitcher. Batting second, playing shortstop, Johnny Pesky, 335. Very good defensive shortstop. Batting third, playing center field, the little professor, Dom DiMaggio, 316 batting average, an absolutely outstanding defensive center fielder with an average arm. Batting fourth, playing left field, Teddy Ballgame, 342 batting average, 38 home runs, average defense and arm out in left. Batting fifth, playing first base, Rudy York, 276 with 17 home runs. Defensively, a solid, good defensive first baseman. Batting sixth, second baseman for the Red Sox, Bobby Doerr, 18 home runs, 271 batting average. Excellent defensive second baseman. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Pinky Higgins, 262 batting average. Very little power, only 2 home runs. He's an average third base defender. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Hal Wagner, 230 batting average, and an excellent defensive catcher with with a very good arm, as you can see. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, Dave Ferriss, 25 wins, 6 losses, earned run average 3.25. Now for the hometown Chicago Cubs of 2016. Batting first, Dexter Flower. He is playing center field, 276 batting average, 13 home runs, average defensively. Batting second, playing third base, Chris Bryant, 292 batting average, 39 home runs, 102 runs driven in. He's average defensively at third. Anthony Rizzo batting third, the first baseman, 292, 32 home runs, 109 runs batted in. He's absolutely outstanding defensively at first. Batting fourth, playing left field, Ben Zobrist, 272, 18 home runs, 76 runs batted in. He's average defender with an average arm. Batting fifth, playing second base, Javier Baez, 273, 14 home runs, 59 RBIs. Excellent defensive second baseman. Batting sixth and doing the catching, Wilson Contreras, 282, 12 homers, 35 RBIs. Average defensive catcher with above average arm. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Jorge Soler, 238, 12 home runs, 31 runs driven in. He's a poor defender in the outfielder with an above average arm. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Addison Russell, 238, 21 home runs, and 95 runs driven in. Fabulous defensive shortstop. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, Jake Arrieta. 18 wins, 8 losses, 3.10 earned run average. So on to game 2. As the Red Sox look to become victorious in this game. I didn't want to spoil game 1, but the Cubs beat the Red Sox in game 1, 4-3. Just an excellent game, went down to the wire. So Jake Arrieta on the mound. He'll be facing Wally Moses. Moses looking for that 3 or 2 column. Contreras goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to Moses. That is a 4-5. That's a swing and a miss, a strikeout. So 1 up, 1 down. Arrieta starts the game off in style with a strikeout. 1 out, no one on. Johnny Pesky comes to the plate. Pesky, .335 batting average. Pesky's looking for the 2 or 3 column. The windup and the pitch by Jake Arrieta. That is a 6-4 ground ball, shortstop X. That's a 7G1 and an 11. I believe Russell should make this play. There's the ground ball up the middle. Russell snares it, throws the first, and they just get Pesky. Excellent range shown by Russell there. 2 outs, no one on. Dom DiMaggio, the little professor, steps to the plate. .316 batting average, 7 home runs in 1946. DiMaggio, brother of Joe, looking for that 1 or 5 column. Contreras sets the target. Here's the pitch by Arrieta to DiMaggio. That is a 2-8 ground ball, shortstop A+. Russell picks it up, fires to Rizzo, and he swipes DiMaggio with the tag as the throw pulled him off the bag. He does get DiMaggio. Inning over. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. Due up for the Cubs, Flower, Bryant, and Rizzo. If anyone gets on, Zobrist. So Dexter Flower steps to the plate, left-handed batter to face the right-handed throwing Dave Ferriss. Wagner behind the plate, goes through the signs. Ferriss nods his head. Fowler is looking for that 2 or 4 column. Here's the pitch. It is a 4-2 ground ball, first base C. Let's see if Rudy York can handle it. York takes it on a hop, flips to Ferriss covering the bag for out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. Stepping to the plate, Chris Bryant, Cubs third baseman, .292, 39 home runs. Right-handed batter to face the right-handed throwing Ferriss. Ferriss nods his head. Here's the pitch to Bryant. That is a 2-8. And that is a swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Blew the fastball by him. 2 outs, no one on. Anthony Rizzo, power hitting, left-handed batting first baseman for the Cubs. .292, 32 home runs. He digs in. He awaits the Ferriss offering. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Rizzo. That is a 4-8, and that's going to be a single to right, past York. So a 2-out single. Rizzo, 50% chance of stealing second base. York playing behind him, not holding him on. It brings up the cleanup hitter, Ben Zobrist. Zobrist, .272 with 18 home runs. The switch hitter will be batting left-handed off the right-handed throwing Ferriss. He's looking for column 1 or 4. Wagner goes through the signs. Ferriss rocks and delivers. That is a 2-11 ground ball, shortstop A. Pesky comes up with it over to York for out number 3. Inning over. We go to the top of the second, no score. Due up for the 1946 Red Sox, Ted Williams, Rudy York, Bobby Dorr. If anyone gets on, the third baseman, Pinky Higgins. Teddy Ballgame steps to the plate. .342 batting average, 38 home runs, left-handed. Power hitting, Hall of Famer, best hitter that ever lived, left fielder. Will face Jake Arrieta. Arrieta peers in at Contreras, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Williams. That is a 2-8 ground ball, first base. Rizzo should handle this easily. He scoops it up and over to first for the out. He takes it to the bag himself. So 1 out, and here comes Rudy York. Red Sox first baseman, batted .276 with 17 home runs in 1946. Who's going to break out on top here in Game 2. Cubs lead the series 1-0. They took Game 1 with a very exciting victory. I suggest checking it out if you want. York's looking for that 2 or 3 column. So we want to stay off the pitcher's column for him. Well, that 5 column's not too bad either. The windup and the pitch by Jake Arrieta. That is a 6-10. And that's a swing and a miss. So that's a strikeout for Arrieta. There's 2 outs now, no one on, and Bobby Doerr steps to the plate. Bobby Doerr, .271 with 18 home runs in 1946. Righty-righty matchup. Contreras sets the target. Arrieta's ready. Here's the pitch to Bobby Doerr. That is a 1-5 possible home run. If it's an 8, the card's a 7. That ball's going up, and away to right center field. 1-0 Red Sox. Bobby Doerr homers off Jake Arrieta, and the Red Sox take a 1-0 lead with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Clutch hitting by Bobby Doerr. So it's the Red Sox who draw first blood in Game 2. Pinky Higgins steps to the plate. If you're thinking back-to-back jacks, not a likely chance. Higgins only had 2 home runs in 1946 to go along with his .262 batting average. On deck to catcher Wagner. Higgins looking for that 3 or 1 column. Arrieta's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Higgins. That is a 6-10. And that's a swing and a miss, strikeout, inning over. Fooled badly on the curveball. We go to the bottom of the second. The Red Sox lead 1-0 thanks to the Bobby Doerr blast to right center. Due up in the bottom of the second for the Cubs, Baez, Contreras, and Solar. Javier Baez steps to the plate. .273 batting average, 14 home runs in 2016 for the Chicago Cubs. Ferriss still out on the mound. Wagner goes through the signs, sets the target. Here's the pitch by Ferriss. That is a 6-7 fly ball, right field B. Moses moves towards the ball. He's under it, and he makes the catch. 1 away. Stepping to the plate, Cubs catcher Wilson Contreras. Contreras batted .282 with 12 home runs in 2016 for the World Championship Chicago Cubs. Contreras looking for that 3 or 4 column. Ferriss is ready. Here's the pitch to Contreras. That is a 6-11 ground ball, first base X. York has a 55% chance of making the great play, 10% chance of allowing a hit, 23% chance of an error. Here's the 20-sided dice roll. That's a 19 G1 and a 9 with nothing next to it. I believe York will make this play. Here's the grounder to York. He moves towards the bag. And flips to Ferriss for the out. So there's 2 outs, no one on. Jorge Solar steps to the plate. .238, 12 home runs for the Cubs right fielder. Right-handed batter to face the right-handed Dave Ferriss. Ferriss nods his head. He rocks and fires to Solar. That is a 2-8. They need a 5. They get a 12 on the card roll. That's going to be a line out, inning over. We go to the top of the third. 1-0. 1946 Red Sox. Due up for Boston, Wagner, Ferriss, and the top of the order, Moses. Hal Wagner steps to the plate. Left-handed batting catcher. .230 batting average, 6 home runs. Arrieta toes the rubber, peers in at Contreras. Here's the pitch to Wagner. That is a 2-7 ground ball, third base B. Bryant comes up with it, throws to first for the out. Here's the pitcher with one out, Dave Ferriss. Left-handed batting pitcher. Arrieta works quickly. Here's the pitch to Ferriss. That is a 3-9. And he goes down swinging for out number 2. Blows the fastball by him. So with 2 outs, no one on, top of the order for the 46 Red Sox, Wally Moses. Moses 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Left-handed batter. They're playing their corners in. Moses is a B bunter. He's going to look to try to knock this ball right past Rizzo. Something he can turn on. The windup and the pitch by Arrieta. That is a 5-4 fly ball, center field X, 20-sided dice roll. That's a 5S12. That's going to be a single, I believe. That ball's going to drop in. Moses swings. Fowler coming in on it. And he can't make the play as it one-hops in front of a diving Fowler. So a 2-out single for Wally Moses. 90% chance of stealing second, and we're going to send him. So the safe chance is 1 through 18. We're going to attempt to steal. To get the lead is 25%. Let's hope we get that. There goes the runner. Contreras pumps, but no throw, as Moses stole that one on Arrieta. Probably the smart move by Contreras not to throw down. So with 2 outs, Moses is on second base. He has a 50% chance of stealing third. Johnny Pesky at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Pesky looking to knock Moses in, who has good speed. Moses is base running 1 through 16. Pesky looking for the 2-3 column. The 4 and the 5 aren't bad off the pitcher card either. 2 outs, runner at second. Here's the pitch to Johnny Pesky. That is a 6-7. That's where you don't want to be, but he might have a shot here. That's a 7. Ground ball, second base X. Baez, a very good second baseman. 20-sided dice roll. He's going to make the play here. That's a 14 G1. 12-0 next to it, so Baez is going to make the play. Ground ball to Baez. Over to Rizzo. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Red Sox. Due up for the Cubs, Russell. Then the pitcher, Jake Arrieta. And the top of the order, Fowler. Addison Russell, 238 with 21 home runs in 2016 for the Cubs. Wants the 1 or 4 column. Ferriss gets the sign from Wagner. Here's the pitch to Addison Russell. That is a 3-8. And that is a strikeout. Froze him with the curveball. Out number 1. Here's Jake Arrieta, Ferriss's counterpart. Cubs pitcher steps to plate, right-handed batter. The windup and the pitch by Ferriss. 6-10, ground ball, third base X. So that ball's going to go to Pinky Higgins. 20-sided dice roll. That's going to be a 12 G2. And as long as there's not an error, and there's not, that's a 6. Higgins should make the play here on. So Arrieta grounds to Higgins, who throws to York for out number 2. 2 outs, top of the order, no one on. 1-0 Boston, bottom of the third. Dexter Fowler steps to plate. He's 0 for 1, the left-handed batting Fowler. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch by Ferriss. That is a 3-8. Possible single. They need an 11, and they got an 8 on the card. So that's going to be a single for Fowler with 2 outs. He's on first base. 60% chance of stealing second base. York holding him on. Chris Bryant steps to plate. Bryant, tremendous power. 39 home runs in 2016. Can put the Cubs up by 1 with 1 swing of the bat. He's looking for that 1 or 4 column. That 1 has a home run, 2, 4, 5 home run possibility. 10, 11, and 12. 10 and 11. So if you're a Red Sox fan, you want Ferriss to stay off that 1 column. Wagner goes through the signs. Ferriss nods his head. Here's the pitch to Bryant. Fowler studies Ferriss intensely. Now he's walking away from the base. Ferriss continues to hold the runner close. Fowler's steal percentage goes down to 20%. Now he's ready. Here's the pitch to Bryant. That is a 6-2. He hits the ball hard, but right at Pinky Higgins, who makes the catch. Inning over. We go to the top of the 4th. The 1946 Red Sox won. The 2016 Cubs nothing. 2 up for Boston. Dom DiMaggio, the little professor. Ted Williams, Teddy Ballgame, and Rudy Sergeant York. DiMaggio 0 for 1. He's looking for the 1 or 5 column. Arrieta is ready to work. Here's the pitch to Dom DiMaggio. That is a 1-3 fly ball. Left field B. Zobrist moving in towards the ball. And he makes the running catch. Zobrist, what a play. So 1 out, Ted Williams steps to the plate. Teddy Ballgame 0 for 1. Contreras sets the target. Here's the pitch to Williams. That is a 2-9. And Williams works a walk. 1 out walk for Ted Williams. 65% chance of stealing second base. Rizzo holding him on. Rudy York steps to the plate. Let's see what his hit and run is. D. That's bad. We're not going to do that then. Contreras -2. So Williams will stay put at first. York's looking for the 2 or 3 column. The windup and the pitch by Arrieta. Here's a swing by York. That's a home run possibility of 5 or a double. It's an 8. That's going to be a double. That's going to beat Fowler to center field. Williams will go to third. We have a 60% chance for Williams to score. We're going to hold the runner. So York doubles with 1 out to center. And the Red Sox have runners at second and third. York at second, Williams at third. And Bobby Doerr steps to the plate. Doerr 1 for 1. He has a home run. He'd love to hit another one. The infield's playing in early in this game. They want to cut this run down at the plate, the Cubs. Interesting strategy here by the Cubbies. Doerr's looking for the 1 or 2 column. Contreras sets the target. Arrieta rocks and fires. Here's a swing by Bobby Doerr. That is a 1-6. Possible triple. It's an 11. It's going to be a double. Once again, beating Flower to center field. 2 runs are going to score on this. The Red Sox are going to take a 3-0 lead as Fowler cannot make the play. He leaped and the ball bounced off the ivy. Doerr jogs into second with another 2 more runs knocked in. That's 3 RBIs on the day for Bobby Doerr. 3-0 Red Sox. Still 1 out. Pinky Higgins steps to the plate. Higgins 0 for 1. Wants the 3 or the 1 column. Red Sox want to pour it on here. Chicago like Fenway Park. No lead is safe. Contreras goes out to have a word with Arrieta, met with Rizzo. Rizzo goes back to the bag. Contreras back behind the plate. Arrieta's ready. Here's the pitch to Higgins. Doerr's at second, 1 out. And that's a wild pitch. And advancing to third base is Bobby Doerr. So Doerr's 90 feet away now. Pinky Higgins, as the infield moves back in once again. But if Higgins can find a fly ball, the Red Sox can have their 4th run here. Or get a ground ball through the infield. Arrieta steps back on the mound. He toes the rubber. Peers in at Contreras. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Higgins. That is a 1-10. Possible triple or double. It's a 7. That's going to be a double once again to center field. Fowler racing back. It's over his head, off the wall. And it's now 4-0 as Doerr scores from third. 4-0, 46 Red Sox over 2016 Cubs. Game 2. Red Sox trailing 1-0. Stepping to the plate, the catcher, Hal Wagner. He's 0 for 1. Righty-lefty matchup. Contreras sets the target. Here's the pitch to Wagner. That is a 6-7. Ground ball, second base X. 20-sided dice roll. That's a 6G1 as long as an error doesn't pop up. That's a 13. Baez should make this play. He has the ball. Over to Rizzo for the out. And advancing to third is Higgins. And here comes the pitcher, Dave Ferriss, looking to help his own cause. Another duck out on the pound there for the Red Sox. Higgins 90 feet away. 4-0 Boston. 2 outs. Top of the 4th. Here's the pitch by Arrieta to Ferriss, his counterpart. That is a 6-9. Possible triple. 19. It's going to be a single, though. And another run will score. Dave Ferriss helps his own cause, knocking in Higgins from third. It is now 5-0 as the Red Sox pouring it on here in the top of the 4th. And here comes Wally Moses, 1 for 2, the left-handed batting right fielder for the Red Sox. Ferriss, 20% chance of stealing second. He's going nowhere. Arrieta up to 68 pitches. He's good for 96. Here's the pitch to Moses. Can the hit parade continue? 3-9. Oh, nice play by Anthony Rizzo, robbing Moses of a double down the line. Inning over, but the Red Sox score 4 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. They lead the 2016 Chicago Cubs 5-0. Let me go to the chat here as we have Iron Gamer. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. How goes your Strat-O-Matic play? How goes school? And Beatles Eternally, he says, hey, Wild Man Al. Iron Gamer says, Bryant, the MVP, will hit a big bomb. Iron Gamer says, Arrieta needs to stop sucking up the joint. No lead is safe, though, at Wrigley Field, such as Fenway Park. Due up for the Cubs, Rizzo, Zobrist, and Baez to face Ferriss. Anthony Rizzo 1 for 1 today. He singled his first time up. Ferriss works quickly. Here's the pitch to Rizzo. The swing, 3-6. And it's a... Oh, he froze him! He froze him with another curveball. Rizzo strikes out. So 1 out, Ben Zobrist steps to the plate. Left-handed batting left fielder. The switch hitter batting lefty. Due to the right-handed throwing Ferriss. He's 0 for 1. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Zobrist. That is a 2-11. Ground ball to Pesky. Pesky comes up with it. Throws it over to York for out number 2. Pesky's range came into play in Game 1 in the 9th inning. And the Cubs rallied to take Game 1. No range problems today for Johnny. So 2 outs, no one on. Javier Baez steps to the plate. Cubs second baseman 0 for 1. Ferriss toes the rubber, looks in at Wagner, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Baez. That is a 3-7. Fly ball out to the little Professor Dom DiMaggio. He moves towards the ball, and he makes the catch. The smooth fielding Dom DiMaggio gets the 3rd out. Inning over. We go to the top of the 5th. The 1946 Red Sox 5. The 2016 Cubs 0. Game 2, best of 7. Cubs took Game 1 in a thriller with a 9th inning walk-off victory. Anthony Rizzo had the game-winning hit. Due up for the Red Sox, Pesky, DiMaggio, and Williams. If anyone gets on, York. Johnny Pesky 0 for 2. They're playing their corners in because Johnny Pesky is a B bunter. So Bryant in at 3rd, Rizzo in at 1st. Pesky will be swinging away, though. Arrieta still out on the mound, 71 pitches, good for 96. He gets the sign from Contreras. Here's the pitch to Pesky. That is a 2-3, and that's going to be a single up the middle. So Johnny Pesky gets his first hit. He's 1 for 3 now. 85% chance of stealing second base. Anthony Rizzo holding him on. Dom DiMaggio comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Pesky will be going. 1 out of 17 chance for out of 20 That's an 85% chance of a safe steal attempt. Lead is 33%, so we're going to attempt to steal. Pesky inches away from the base, but can't get the proper lead as Arrieta and Rizzo do a fine job holding him on. His steal ability now goes to 40%, so we're going to hold him, don't attempt. DiMaggio digs in. He awaits the Arrieta offering, and here's the pitch. It's in the dirt, and it's past Contreras. So another wild pitch by Arrieta. Pesky gets over to second base anyway. Another duck out on the pond. DiMaggio, RBI opportunity here. Looking for column 1 or 5. Here's the windup and the pitch to the little professor. That is a 1-8. That's going to be a single. 70% chance of scoring Pesky from second base. I'm not lucky with these. We're going to hold the runner. We're not going to send him. We're going to do first and third, no outs. Because Ted Williams is coming to the plate. Iron Gamer says you need to pay to play this game, right? This is Strat-O-Matic. You have to buy it. That is correct. Pure Sim Baseball, Iron Gamer. Ask your parents. Have your father. He's a baseball fan. Type in Pure Sim Baseball. That's a free game. It's Beatles put that in there. Here it is. Beatles says you should download Pure Sim Baseball free and has all the seasons back to 1871. Have your dad check it out with you. That website. I have the game and so does Beatles. It's a fun game and it's free. So there's no dice rolling in that game though, Iron Gamer. It's all done behind the scenes, so you're just playing it out. Like if you have a batter who's batting 350 off a left-handed pitcher and you're facing a left-handed pitcher, you have a better chance of him getting a hit than against a right-hander. So it's a fun game. Check out a video. I put up a couple of videos of that game. So runners on the corners. Williams at the plate, no outs. He's 0 for 1 with a run scored. Arrieta again in a world of hurt here. The windup and the pitch to Teddy Ballgame. That is a 4-5. A swing and a miss by Williams. A huge strikeout for Jake Arrieta. So there's 1 out. Pesky at third, DiMaggio at first, and Rudy Sergeant York steps to the plate, 1 for 2 with a double. DiMaggio, 85% chance of stealing second base, and we're going to send him. We just want to steal second. 1 through 17 for the card flip. We're going to attempt to steal, 33% chance of getting the proper lead. DiMaggio sneaks away from the base, snap throw to first by Arrieta. Nice move by Jake. Close play, safe. Oh, wow. Rizzo complaining to the first base ump. He thought they had DiMaggio. So DiMaggio will stay put now. It'll be up to York to knock in Pesky from third. Red Sox don't want to squander this opportunity. Here's the pitch to York. 1 out. That is a 2-8. That's going to be a triple to left center field. 2 runs are going to score on that. As it rolls to the ivy, Zobrist retrieves it, throws it back in towards the infield, but too late. York steams into third. It's 7-0 Red Sox. Ouch. And Arrieta, their Cubs better get some bullpen action going here. Because Bobby Dorr steps to play 2 for 2 with a home run. He's driven in 3 runs. Chance to drive in number 4. Contreras goes out to the mound. I wonder if he's buying time. Now back behind the plate. Door digs in. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And there's the pitching change. Coming in for the Cubs, Travis Wood. So let's just give you Jake Arrieta's numbers. He's responsible for the runner at third. Arrieta, 4 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 1 walk, struck out 5, and gave up the home run to Bobby Doerr. York's at third. Doerr's digging in to face Travis Wood. Wood, 4 wins, no losses, earned run average of 2.95 in 2016. He's a left-handed thrower to face the right-handed batting Bobby Doerr. Contreras sets the target. Here's the pitch to Doerr. 5-8. Doerr smashes it, but Brian, great reaction at third, makes the catch. York quickly scrambles back to the bag. So there's 2 outs now. As Bobby Doerr's finally retired. He hit the ball hard, though. And Pinky Higgins steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Higgins also has an RBI. Chance to get another one with York at third. The windup and the pitch by Wood. That is a 5-11 ground ball, first base X. Can Rizzo make the play? The 20-sided dice roll. He should make the play. 15 G1, 13, so Rizzo will make the play. Ball goes to Rizzo. He handles it, takes it to the bag himself, inning over. But the Red Sox score 2 more in the top of the 5th, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. 1946 Red Sox 7, 2016 Cubs nothing. Due up for the Cubs, Contreras, Solar, and Russell. Contreras 0 for 1, the Cubby catcher. Ferriss, 45 pitches. He's good for 132. He rocks and delivers. That is a 6-11 ground ball, first base X. Let's see if York can do what his counterpart did. 20-sided dice roll. 14 G1. 9 with nothing next to it. York will handle this play. There's the ball. York has it. He flips to Ferriss covering the bag. If you're scoring at home, that goes 3-1. So with 1 out, no one on, Jorge Solar steps to the plate. Cubs right fielder's 0 for 1. Righty-righty matchup. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch by Ferriss. That is a 3-4. That's going to be a 3-4. Possible single. 3. That's going to be an out. Pesky is waiting for the pop-up, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So with 2 outs, no one on, Addison Russell steps to the plate. The Cubs shortstop's 0 for 1, looking to extend the inning here. Ferriss toes the rubber, looks in at Wagner, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Addison. That is a 6-5, 16 with the card. That's going to be a single, so a 2-out single for Russell. York to hold him on, 60% chance of stealing second base. I don't know if the Cubbies will do that down 7, and here comes the pitcher, Travis Wood. I'm assuming the computer who is managing the 2016 Cubs, I am managing the 1946 Red Sox, will pinch hit. I shall go through it, though, as he is being pitched to. Ferriss steps up on the mound. Here's the pitch. And there's the pinch hitter. So stepping to the plate, Tommy La Stella, left-handed batter. La Stella batted .270 with 2 home runs and 11 runs knocked in. He's looking for column 2 or 4. Russell's at first, 2 outs. York holding him on. Here's the pitch to La Stella. That is a 4-5 fly ball, center field B. DiMaggio going towards it, gliding under it, struggling with the sun, but he makes the catch. Inning over. We go to the top of the 6th, 7-0 Red Sox. Due up for Boston, Wagner, Ferriss, the top of the order, Wally Moses. been a tough game here so far for the Cubbies, and now on the mound, Hector Rondon. 2 wins, 3 losses, 3.53 earned run average, 18 saves in 2016. Surprising that they're going to use Rondon. Right-handed throwing Rondon to face the left-handed batting catcher, Hal Wagner, who's 0 for 2. Wagner wants a 6 or 3 column. Rondon's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Wagner. That is a 1-3. He hits the ball hard, but right at Rizzo. So 1 out. Here comes the pitcher, Dave Ferriss, who helped his own cause with a single and an RBI. He's 1 for 2. Left-handed batting pitching to face the right-handed throwing Rondon. Contreras sets the target. Here's the pitch to Ferriss. That is a 5-8 ground ball. Second base X. Baez, a very good defensive second baseman. Here's the 20-sided dice roll. 15 G1. And that's going to be an 11 with an E1. I believe this will be an error. So Ferriss looks like to be reaching on an error. Slow ground ball to Baez. He grabs it and he drops it. So the normally sure fielding Baez boots the ball, and Ferriss is on first via the error with 1 out. And Wally Moses steps to the plate. He's 1 for 3. And he's also struck out once. And he has a stolen base. Ferriss not going anywhere. Rizzo not even holding him on. Here's the pitch to Moses. That is a 1-8 ground ball. Shortstop A to Russell. This should be 2. He scoops it up and he fires to second. On to first. Double play. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Boston 7, Chicago nothing. Due up for the Cubs, the top of the order. Fowler, Bryant, and Rizzo. Fowler 1 for 2. He has a single. Ferriss 63 pitches, good for 132. Here's the pitch to Fowler. 2-5. And Fowler's patience proves to be prudent. He works along. York holding on Fowler. 60% chance of stealing second base. And here comes Chris Bryant. Cubs third baseman 0 for 2. Red Sox pinch the middle, looking to turn 2. Ferriss looks in. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Bryant. That is a 5-6. And that's a clean single up the middle. Fowler stops at second base. Station to station go the Cubbies. Down 7. Not wanting to take any risks. And here comes the power-hitting first baseman Anthony Rizzo, the hero of Game 1. He had the walk-off single. He's 1 for 2 today. And he struck out once. It is a very, very cool game, Iron Gamer. So I recommend you talk to your dad. You guys download it together. And you guys will both have fun with it. And thank you, Beatles, for turning myself onto that game. It's a great free game. I'm looking forward when he does the reboot on that. Alright, first and second, no outs. Rizzo at the plate. Big moment here for the Cubs if they're looking to get back in this ball game. The windup and the pitch by Ferriss. Rizzo swings. That's a 5-11 ground ball. Shortstop X. 20-sided dice roll. Let's see if Pesky can make the play. That is going to be a single. That's a 2S1. 13-0 next to it. So again, Pesky's range will come into play here. Ground ball into the hole. It's between Pesky and Higgins, and the bases are now loaded. No outs, and Ben Zobrist steps to the plate. Zobrist 0 for 2. Remember, he had 18 home runs in 2016, 1 swing of the bat. A grand slam. He puts the Cubs right back in this ball game, 7-4. Red Sox will gladly give up 1 to turn 2. Here's the pitch to Zobrist. He's looking for the 1 or 4 column. That's a 1-2. That's going to be a single to right field. Moses has it, and a run scores. As again, Bryant is held up at third. They don't want to run into any outs down Now by 6 runs. So the Chicago Cubs are finally on the board. And here comes Javier Baez, the second baseman. He had 14 home runs. If he hits a grand salami, now we're talking a game. Like to make up for his error. Baez looking for that 3-4 column. And if you're a Red Sox fan, you want to keep him off that 3 column. Wagner goes out to have a word with Ferriss. He's met by York and Pesky. Meeting adjourned. Players go back to their position. Wagner squats down back behind the plate. Here's the pitch to Baez. No place to put him. That is a 3-6. And that's going to be a single to right field. Another run will score. It's now 7-2. Bases loaded, no outs. Red Sox start to get bullpen action up. Can't let game 2 slip away from them after having such a huge lead. Wilson Contreras steps to the plate. 12 home runs, 282 batting average in 2016. If he hits a grand slam, the Cubs will only be down 1. Ferriss toes the rubber, nods his head. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Contreras. That is a 1-7. Gets him! A delayed strike call by the ump. What a huge strikeout for Ferriss as they throw the ball back to him. He rubs it up, so there's 1 out. Bases loaded, 7-2 Red Sox. Cubs get 2 so far in this inning. And here comes Jorge Soler. He's 0 for 2, but he had 12 home runs in 2016. Again, the Red Sox want to turn 2 and get out of this inning. Pesky and Dorr pinch the middle. Soler digs in. Ferriss rocks and fires. 2-8, possible single. That's going to be a line out. Higgins makes the catch at third. Clutch play by Pinky Higgins, robbing Soler of a hit down the line that most likely would have scored 2. So 2 outs, bases loaded. Addison Russell steps to the plate. The number 8 batter for the Cubs in this lineup had 21 round trippers. As the Cubs fans chanting, "We want to hit, we want to hit." If he hits a grand slam, the Cubs will pull to within 1. Tense moments here at Wrigley. Here's the pitch to Russell. That is a 5-9 ground ball. Second base, C. Can Dorr make the play? He comes up with it over to York, and they get Russell. Inning over. Ferriss pitches out of the jam. He does give up 2 runs, but we go to the top of the 7th. The 46 Red Sox 7, the 2016 Cubs 2. Jump back to the chat with Beatles Eternally. We're talking a little pure sim baseball. I said I can't wait for the reboot. Beatles says me too. Sean really loves baseball, so it'll be excellent. It'll be excellent. I'm looking forward to it. I hope he has a free download where you're able to play a couple of games just to see what new stuff he's done. And to be honest with you, it's a pretty good game even if he didn't do too much new. So look forward to it. Johnny Pesky comes to play, so it's Pesky, DiMaggio, and Williams. Pesky 1 for 3 with a run scored. Corners are playing in to protect against the bunt. Rondon still out on the mound. As you can hear the vendor, hot dogs, peanuts, popcorn. Here's the pitch to Pesky. 6-3 ground ball back to the pitcher. 20-sided dice roll. 14 G2. 7. So Rondon's going to handle this play. Over to Rizzo, out number 1. And here comes the little professor, Dom DiMaggio, 1 for 3 with a run scored. DiMaggio batted .316 in 1946 with 7 round trippers. Rondon's ready. The windup and the pitch to Dom DiMaggio. 4-6. And DiMaggio will go down on strikes. The breaking ball fooled him badly. So 2 outs, no one on. Teddy ball game. Ted Williams steps to plate. He's 0 for 2 with a run scored. He walked once. His last time up, I believe. Williams, 38 home runs in 46. He'd love to send one out of Wrigley like he did in Game 1. Contreras sets the target. Here's the pitch to Ted Williams. That is a 1-6 And once again, 1-8, excuse me, once again, Williams walks. So a 2-out walk. They pitched very carefully to Ted Williams, and now they'll face Rudy Sargent York 2 for 3. He's knocked in 2 runs, and he tripled his last time up. Rondon toes the rubber, looks over at Rizzo, who's holding Williams on. Now he's ready. Here's the pitch to York. That is a 4-8 strikeout inning over. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 7-2 Red Sox. Time for trivia as they play Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Hello, Greg Arrieta, who's in the chat, friend from the Great North. He says, Beetle says, hi, Greg. Good to see you. Greg says, nice to be here. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. That's for Strat-O-Matic Delaware. Chris has a great channel, so check out Strat-O-Matic Delaware. He's doing the Mazeroski project. He's up to game 3. Alright, here's the trivia. What was Luis Arroyo's favorite out pitch? Once again, what was Luis Arroyo's favorite out pitch? I don't know. I'm going to guess... I'm going to say screwball, just for ha-has. I'm going to say screwball. Greg Gorecki says slider. Let's see if anyone else answers. So we'll give it a second. So once again, it's what was Luis Arroyo's favorite out pitch? I'm guessing screwball, just to be different. Greg Gorecki says slider. We're going to do the countdown now. It's the final countdown. 3, 2, 1. Let's answer the trivia. The screwball! What a guess on my part. Yankees pitcher won Fireman of the Year award in 1961. I guessed. It was a pure guess. That was a pure guess. So it was what was Luis Arroyo's favorite out pitch? It says the screwball. The Yankees pitcher won Fireman of the Year award in 1961. Back to the ball game, bottom of the 7th. 7-2 Boston. Cubs lead the series 1-0. We're on to game 2. As Greg Gorecki goes, yay, Al! Beatles says applause. Pure guess. It's stuck in my head because I'm playing a lot of different early seasons in the 60s, and for some reason I kind of remembered screwball. It was a guess, though, so sometimes information just sticks. I'm going to put that on my resume. So the pitcher, Rondon, comes up to bat. Cubs will most likely pinch hit for him, so I'm just going to go game and swing away. And Joe Madden will send up a pinch hitter, Matt Scherzer. So Scherzer batted .259 with 5 home runs in 2016, right-handed batter. To face Ferriss. Ferriss has been chugging along. He did hit a little speed bump in the bottom of the 6th, gave up 2 runs. He did pitch out of the bases loaded jam, though. Scherzer looking for the 3 or 4 column. Ferriss is ready. Here's the pitch to Scherzer. 6-3 ground ball to the pitcher X, so it's going to be up to Ferriss here. 20-sided dice roll. It's a 6G3 and a 16 with nothing next to it, so I believe Ferriss will make the play. There's the ball. He makes the play. He throws over to York for out number 1. So with 1 out, the top of the order now, Dexter Fowler. 1 for 2 with a run scored. And he's also walked.
Team yearbook, minutes and program.
Switch hitter batting lefty. Ferriss nods his head. He rocks and fires. That is a 1-6. And that will be a big swing and a miss for out number 2. Mr. Fowler heads back to the dugout. 2 outs, no one on. Chris Bryant steps to the plate, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Right-handed batting, power hitting third baseman for the Cubs. Ferriss looking for a 1-2-3 inning after succumbing to 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Bryant. That is a 5-10 catcher X, so it's going to be up to Wagner here. 20-sided dice roll. W/G, this can't be good. 11. So let's read the text. Nubbed, just out in front of the first baseline. Wagner makes it and throws to York for the out. 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs. We go to the top of the 8th. The 1946 Red Sox with a commanding 7-2 lead. Due up for the Red Sox. Door, so far player of the game, Higgins and Wagner. Anyone gets on, the pitcher Ferriss. Door 2 for 3 with a home run, and he has 3 RBIs. And the new pitcher for the Cubs is Mike Montgomery. Montgomery throws lefty. 4 wins, 5 losses, 2.52 earned run average. He had 7 starts in 2016 for the Cubs. In mop-up duty now, but mop-up duty can be very important. He needs to keep the game close. No lead is safe in Wrigley, as is in Fenway. Montgomery's ready. Here's the pitch to Bobby Doerr. That is a 1-11. Doerr pops it up. Bryant at third calls for it. He makes the catch. 1 out. Pinky Higgins steps to the plate. 1 for 3 with a double. Higgins has an RBI. Higgins looking for the 3 or 6 column. Contreras sets the target. Montgomery's ready. Here's the pitch to Pinky. That is a 3-10. And Higgins will single up the middle. A 1-out single for Pinky Higgins. Only a 30% chance of stealing second. He'll stay put. Rizzo's not even holding him on. So Wagner, the catcher, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Lefty-lefty matchup. We're going to let him bat, though. Up 5 runs. Not going to go to party. Contreras sets the target. Montgomery's ready. Here's the pitch to Wagner. 1 out, 1 on. That's a 5-8 ground ball to the second baseman. Baez, who's already made an error today, is usually a very smooth fielding second baseman. Here's a 20-sided dice roll. 17 G1 and a 13. Now this could be a double play here. So that ball's hit to Baez. And it is a double play. It goes Baez to Russell, back to Rizzo. So 4-6-3, inning over. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 1946 Boston Red Sox 7, 2016 Chicago Cubs 2. Due up for the Cubbies, Rizzo, Zobrist, and Baez. If anyone gets on, Contreras. Rizzo 2 for 3 today. He's also struck out once. Anthony looking to go yard. He had the game-winning hit in the bottom of the 9th in Game 1. Ferriss is ready to deliver. Here's the pitch to Rizzo. That is a 1-10 ground ball, second base C. Bobby Doerr comes up with it, fires to first for out number 1. Ben Zobrist steps to the plate. Switch hitting left fielder, batting lefty, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Ferriss wanting to stay in a rhythm. He works quickly. Here's the pitch to Zobrist. 5-8 ground ball X to Johnny Pesky. And once again, the video is not coming up right, so I'm just going to click Show Result. And that's going to be a 9G2, 8-0 next to it. I think Pesky will make this play. Pesky ranges towards the second base bag. And he fires to first on the slow roller for out number 2. Nice stretch by York. So 2 outs, no one on. Javier Baez steps to the plate. He has an error. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. He digs in. Ferriss up to 114 pitches, good for 132. 7-2 lead here at Wrigley, bottom of the 8th for the Red Sox. Here's the pitch to Baez. That is a 5-3. That's a hard hit ball, and Pesky leaps and grabs it. Nice play by Johnny, inning over. We go to the top of the ninth. 46 Red Sox 7, 2016 Cubs 2. Due up for Boston. Ferriss, the pitcher. Then the top of the order, Moses, Pesky. If anyone gets on, the little Professor Dom DiMaggio. Ferriss will hit. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. He's also struck out once. Montgomery's still out on the mound. He sets and delivers. Here's the pitch to Ferriss. That is a 4-8. And that's a strikeout. Strike 3 called. Ferriss goes back to the bench. Top of the order now, Wally Moses. He's 1 for 4. He's also struck out once and stolen a base. Left-handed batter to face the left-handed throwing Mike Montgomery. No need to pinch hit here. Actually, let me just check something. It's a good defender with an average arm. We're not going to pinch hit. Up 5. We'd rather have the defense. Montgomery sets and delivers. Here's the pitch to Moses. 5-5. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Cool breeze out here in Wrigley, and it was provided by Wally Moses. So 2 up, 2 down. And Johnny Pesky steps to plate 1 for 4 with a run scored. And we're going to try to lay down a bunt here with Pesky. We're going to bunt for a hit. Montgomery fields it and fires to first, and they get Pesky for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the ninth. 1946 Boston Red Sox 7, the 2016 Chicago Cubs 2. This is Game 2, best out of 7. The Cubs took Game 1 in a thriller, 4-3 in the 9th inning. Anthony Rizzo walk-off single. They're going to need a big rally here in the bottom of the 9th to do it again. Due up for the Cubs, Contreras, Solar, Russell, then the pitcher, Montgomery. Ferriss, 116 pitches, good for 132, looking for a complete game victory. Here's the pitch to Contreras. That is a 5-11 ground ball to Pesky at short. 20-sided dice roll. That's going to be a single, as once again, Pesky's range will come into play. Ground ball. Backhands it and fires the first, but not in time. Infield hit for Contreras. The catcher beats it out. Red Sox start to have some people stretch out in the bullpen. Solar comes up. He's 0 for 3. Wagner sets the target. Here's the pitch to Solar. 5-7, another ground ball. X this time to Bobby Doerr. Possible double play, maybe. 20-sided dice roll. 16 G1. 9, nothing next to it. This is a double play, folks, I believe. Doerr fields it. Over to second, on to first, double play. So it goes Doerr to Pesky to York. 4-6-3. 2 outs. Red Sox 1 out away from tying up this series. Addison Russell, last hope for the Cubs, needs to extend this inning. He's 1 for 3. He struck out once. Ferriss looking for a complete game. He's up to 127 pitches. He's ready. Here's the pitch to Russell. 6-8. Fly ball out to Ted Williams. Williams shading his eyes from the sun. He makes the catch. Ball game over. The Red Sox take Game 2 and tie this series up at 1 apiece. So the 1946 Red Sox 7, the 2016 Chicago Cubs 2. As I stated, the Red Sox take Game 2. The series is tied up 1 game apiece. The next game will be at Fenway Park. Let's go to the box score. Before we do the box score, I'd like to say thank you to Greg Gurecki, Beatles Eternally, And Iron Gamer, thank you very much for joining me in the chat and taking some time out of your day to spend it with me. Always greatly appreciated. Alrighty, so the Red Sox tie up the series 1 game apiece with a 7-2 victory in Chicago. So they get the split. Home field advantage now shifts to the Red Sox as they travel back to Fenway for 2. Let's go through the pitching. The winning pitcher was Ferriss. He went 9 innings, complete game, 8 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. Walked 1, struck out 5. He threw 133 pitches. The losing pitcher, Jake Arrieta, he just did not have it today for the Cubs. 4 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, 1 home run. Wood came in. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, scoreless. Rondon came in, 2 innings, scoreless. He walked 1, struck out 2. And then Montgomery came in, pitched 2 innings, gave up a hit, struck out 2. Okay. I want to get the box score and score sheet. Is that? Oh, I don't want that. Let's try this. Bear with me. I want to get the... What's PAC? Is that the one that gives you the... No. That's kind of cool, though. You can see everything that everyone did. There's one that gives you a little summary. Maybe I got to click on that before I start the game. Player of the game, I'm giving it to Bobby Doerr, and I'll tell you why. Bobby Doerr for the Red Sox went 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and he had a home run. He is player of the game. Actually, co-player of the games, Bobby Doerr and Ferriss, the pitcher. So, for the victorious Red Sox, Moses 1 for 5, Pesky 1 for 5 with a run scored, DiMaggio 1 for 4 with a run scored, Ted Williams 0 for 2, he had 2 walks, he had a run scored, York 2 for 4, a run scored, 2 RBIs, Bobby Doerr, co-player of the game, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs, he had a home run. Pinky Higgins 2 for 4, a run scored, an RBI. Wagner the catcher 0 for 4, Ferriss the pitcher 1 for 4 with an RBI, helped his own cause. In total, the Red Sox 36 at-bats, 7 hits. I'm sorry, 7 runs, 10 hits, 7 RBIs for the hometown non-victorious Chicago Cubs. Fowler 1 for 3 with a run scored. Bryant 1 for 4 with a run scored. Rizzo 2 for 4. Zobrist 1 for 4 with an RBI. Baez 1 for 4 with an RBI. Contreras 1 for 4. Soler 0 for 4. Russell 1 for 4. Arrieta 0 for 1. Then Wood pitched, did not get at bats. LaStella the pinch hitter 0 for 1. Rodon pitched, did not get at bat. Scherzer, I think that's how you say his name. SZCZUR 0 for 1 pinch hitter. And Montgomery pitched, did not get at bat. For the Cubs, 34 at-bats, 2 runs, 8 hits, 2 RBIs. Arrieta had 2 wild pitches, 2 RBIs, Bobby Doerr and Ferriss. Red Sox left 4 runners on base, the Cubs 6. Red Sox had 1 double play, the Cubs 2. So it's a tied-up series, 1 game apiece. We travel to Fenway for Game 3. So once again, the 1946 Red Sox 7, the Chicago Cubs 2. Co-player of the games, Ferriss the pitcher, complete game victory, and Bobby Doerr, second baseman, who went 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and a home run. Sal Red Sox fans saying thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully you'll come back for Game 3. Health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye and God bless. Hello, Ken Castro. Hope all is well. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.